You said Nietzsche, one of your favorite philosophers. He said, famously, one of the many famous things he said is that God is dead.
Yes.
What do you think he meant? Do you think he was right?
Okay, good. I love this question. No one asks me about Nietzsche. And I love Nietzsche. Okay,
Awesome.
so first, actually, I do think, and I could be corrected and probably will be in all the comments.
Yeah.
Well, first, Nietzsche, it's true, wasn't the first to say God is dead. I think Hegel said it, okay? No one reads Hegel. He's like so difficult to read that it's impossible. Okay?
Same with Heidegger, as you mentioned.
I love him, but yeah, he's really hard to read. So Nietzsche's basically said God is dead. And let me give you the context for him saying that. He also said this. He said there was only one Christian, and he died on the cross. Okay? So he despised Christianity. And he said that...
And the people who practice it.
Absolutely. Yeah. But again, he believed in Jesus. And he believed Jesus was... No, he didn't believe he was a divinity. He believed Jesus was a good man. And he died on the cross. Okay.
So he believed in the morality.
Yeah, he absolutely did. Yeah, he did. And Nietzsche basically was making a historical statement about God is dead. He said... And he was right. He was basically saying that in the century in which he lived... and he died, I think, in 1900. Again, I could be wrong about that. So I just want to say that. I believe he died in 1900. Right. Okay, so he's writing in the 1800s. And he's basically saying, God is dead and we killed him. Okay, so he's making a historical statement that at that point in time, with science just kind of getting better and industrialization happening, the idea of this thing beyond what we know as material reality is dead. So the substrate of Western civilization is dead. That's what Nietzsche is saying, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And he basically says, with that comes the Übermensch, okay, which is the superhuman. And he says that there aren't many of them. He says, but they're going to come. And he also talks about the philosophers of the future. And he's speaking and writing to them, is my belief. So he's basically telling you and me, because we're now the philosophers of his future. Yeah. He's basically telling us, this is what's happening now. And look what it has done. He says, now everything is possible, all manner of terrible evil, because no one has the belief in God anymore. The belief that there is an afterlife. You asked about an afterlife. So with this kind of belief in a morality comes this belief, you can have morals without God. Okay, people do. But what Christianity is this idea that you will reap what you sow. So if people don't believe that anymore, what will happen? And so that's what he's basically saying, is that the basic anchor for Western society is now gone.
Do you think he was right?
Absolutely. Absolutely right.
But then again, what do you think if we brought him back to life and he read American Cosmic, your book, and he tweeted about it, writing a review maybe for I don't know what they post, for New York Times. He'd be an editorial writer with a blue check mark on Twitter. What do you think he would say about this idea that you present that's a grander idea of religion? And,
like religiosity, like this new form.
Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't that kind of reverse the idea that God is dead?
Yeah, because it would bring up this idea of external intelligences that are not human, which is basically a lot of religions talk about that, right? There are bodhisattvas, there are angels, there are demons. There's all these types of non-human intelligences that religion makes space for. So what I'm basically saying in American Cosmic is these new things are within the realm of UFOs and UAPs. So I think Nietzsche would say that that's a progressive adaptation of religion, is what I would hope he would say. Nietzsche, however, is unpredictable, I think. I couldn't predict him. So I would say that it would be my hope that he would say, this is an accurate representation of a move into a new type of religion. And it's adaptive, therefore progressive.
He would probably be uncomfortable reading a book by a brilliant female professor.
Who happens also to be short. I don't know if you read that.
No.
He said some pretty nasty things about short women.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, Nietzsche. He should be canceled. No, please don't cancel Nietzsche. You have to take people in the context of their time. Although I'm pretty sure in his time he was also an asshole.
He was.
But assholes are people too. Okay.
Just bad ones.